This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hey, Choose to Rise fans, Kim here. Did you know that in addition to the health and wellness coaching that I do on a regular basis, I also have been providing some life coaching to people? Yeah, you can get involved. So my whole passion area is helping others live their best lives. And while I was helping people work through their fitness and nutrition struggles, it really came down to the fact that life was getting in the way. Isn't that true for all of us, right? Like when there's not something going well at home, or there's not something going well in our relationships, or we just have a bad mindset about something, or we're just not sure, we just need someone to talk to. All of those things can really throw us off our game. So when in this whole process, figuring out that life is the thing that keeps us from reaching our fullest potential, I really been started working with women, not just on their fitness and nutrition, but also on life. And so I have created some time in my schedule that I want to offer up as an opportunity for you, that anyone in the world that fits these timeframes, I would love to be able to work with you on working through life. And let me be your mentor. Let me be the person that you chit chat with and work through things, set goals, work through struggles, any of the things, or really maybe you just need someone to talk to because you don't feel like you have someone in your life that you can talk through about certain situations. I would love to be that person for you. My whole goal in life is to help as many people rise up out of their current situation as possible. And if that means helping you through a struggle, I want to be there for you. So head over to choosetoriseup.com/daily motivation, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find the whole section on life coaching and when you can schedule, what it costs, all of the things. And I want to be there for you. So head there, choosetoriseup.com/daily motivation. And I hope to see you in my inbox soon. Have a great one. A fresh start isn't a new place. Mostly, it's a new mindset. Hello, welcome to Choose to Rise. I'm so grateful that you're here with me today because we are in need of some motivation, friends. You and me both. Now, maybe you're not in need of some motivation. Maybe your life is just chucking along right now and it's feeling amazing and you're so good and your pendulum is swinging way to the positive. Awesome. Keep riding that wave. But if you are like me and a lot of other people right now, your pendulum has swung far to the other side and you are in need of some motivation. And motivation, besides drinking my go-go juice every morning to get my butt out of bed and get my self-care in, motivation is elusive to me too. And sometimes you just have to really put your big girl pants on and you have to dig in and focus and really hone in on the really important things in your life, the non-negotiables in your life, to find and create that motivation to get you to reach your goals. You know, we are in a time right now in a life situation where there's a pandemic going on. There's a lot of stress going on. We have hit that season, that holiday season, where a lot of people just seem to give up. We've got to that October Halloween where there's candy everywhere. We've moved through November and there's the Thanksgiving and the holiday preps and the gift buying and the stresses of income and all the things. And then, on top of it, we are not able to see our loved ones, and some of us have and some of us haven't. And life is just out of whack. And so the reality is that we're not always going to be motivated to do the things we need to do. And now that we've moved into December, it seems like, the year has not gone in the way we wanted it to. So let's just give up and start over in January. But there is still plenty of time for you to make the changes that you need to in order to set yourself up for success in 2021. I can tell you that from my experience and just lots of research out there, the reality is that you're not going to wake up any different on January 1st of 2021 than you are waking up than you are right now in 2020. You're going to have to change some mindsets. You're going to have to change some actions. You're going to have to change some thought processes in order for you to actually have a different 2021. Everything in life is contingent on our mindset, our response, our thought process around what's going on. And so if you want to be motivated, you need to be able to both be intrinsically motivated, the things that are internal to you, the things that drive you, And you also have to be extrinsically motivated. You have to use both of them. Things that, using other people's opinions and thoughts can be helpful. And it can also be a hindrance. So I want to make sure that you're being intrinsically motivated today, and always, and that you're able to dig in and find that motivation for yourself, even when you can't necessarily find it from other people, or maybe you just really need to dig in and get going. So especially now in the state of the world that we're in this season of life, motivation is starting to be elusive. Motivation is starting to disappear from our hearts and our minds. And we're starting to just kind of take that downward trend that typically happens at this time of the year. But I want you to get out of that downward trend, and I want you to start picking up the pace and going the other direction. I want you to start swinging your pendulum back to the positive side of things and really get yourself going again. And so I want to give you 5 tips today, just 5, to help you get your motivation back. All right. Now, the first one is to have goals. Yes, have goals. Now, many of you I know have already said, like, goals, dreams, what are those things? The first and most important thing that everyone needs to be motivated and to move and to take action is to have a goal, have a dream. People who have a compelling goal or dream to strive for rarely lack motivation. They have something that they're working towards. They have something that they are really striving to do. And, if you want to build a ship, don't drum up people together to collect wood and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them the long and endless immensity of the sea. Isn't that a kind of a fun quote? It was something I found, and I was like, yes, motivation. I don't want to just teach you all these tips and strategies. I don't want to give you the tools. I want to teach you how to use them and to be prepared for the long haul. So most people who lack motivation lack an exciting vision. They lack the thing that they are trying to work towards. They don't have a goal. They don't have something that they're really working towards. They're just kind of haphazardly going through life and, doing things that they should go after, or that maybe seem reasonable, or that might be nice to be able to do, but they haven't really attached themselves to something specific, something that they can clearly see themselves reaching, that they have belief in themselves that they're going to go after and do. And so when I want you to make a goal, make a dream, I want you to push yourself a little bit farther. I want you to think in the positive, in the future sense. Don't make goals based on the past experience. So if I have done XYZ in the past, that is not necessarily evidence of what I can do in the future. When we make goals and we make plans based on our experiences, based on the things that have happened for us already, we're living in the past. We are creating a future. We're not creating a future based on what the possibilities are out there and what the dreams could be and what is available to everyone else. We're thinking small. We're holding ourselves back and putting ourselves in a box of what we've already achieved. So I want you to think bigger. I want you to think idealistic. I want you to think beyond what you've already achieved. And I want you to commit to those dreams. I also want you to put some emotion on it, right? So like when we were sitting down as a family recently to come up with some goals, come up with some dreams, I was thinking about some of the experiences I want my kids to have. I want them to be able to travel and to see things and to experience things. I was writing down things like, we want to take a trip to California. We want to go to Kentucky. We want to visit all the national parks. And what would that look like, from the lens of my kids, and what would their faces look like, and how excited would they be? And like when I attach those kinds of emotions and I attach those kinds of experiences and feelings to the things that I want to achieve and the things that I want to do in life, I am much more motivated to go do them. So when I sit down to work in the morning and I have my dream board posted in front of me, or I have my goals on paper right down in front of me, I can think about, it's not just going on the trip. It's not just having the thing. It's the excitement and the emotion and the what it's going to create for experiences and memories in my family. And when I want to be able to do those things, that gives me the motivation to do the work that I need to do every day to build my business and to build a lifestyle and a career and an income that is going to support those dreams and those things that I have down on paper. Because it's not just about hitting the goal. It's about achieving the things that are going to transform our entire lives. And so I want you to attach some emotion to those dreams and those goals. And that in itself will get you motivated and keep going. Number 2 tip I have for you is to create some triggers, create some routines, create some rituals in your life that are going to help you keep going, right? So what's a habit trigger? A habit trigger can be anything that you set up for yourself as an intentional reminder to prompt yourself to take action on something. So for instance, like when I put my shoes on, anywhere downstairs, my dog automatically thinks that we're going to go outside and play ball. Why? Because every time that's happened for her, I'm putting my shoes on for her to go outside. Now, the other trigger for her is that if I pick up the ball flinger, right? That's something that she's just bouncing out of control and she can't wait to get outside. So you need to create yourself a little habit trigger that you can help keep yourself motivated. Like maybe it's placing stickers with motivational messages around you. Maybe it's tape an inspirational message or goals or whatever it might be to your mirror in the morning. Or maybe it's like creating habits or rituals, like setting your workout clothes out in the morning so that you're ready to rock and roll. Maybe it's meal prepping for the week so that you are prepared for the week going forward. And when you see that prepared food in the fridge, that's what you reach for instead of the other things. Another effective habit trigger could be something as simple as setting a timer on your phone. So when it goes off, it reminds you to take a break, to call someone, to send that email, to do the push-ups or, the other associated thing that you put with that trigger. I've set up some triggers in my phone to show gratitude, to pray, to make sure I get on certain work meetings, to whatever it might be. There's a time and season when I did a gratitude challenge with my team. And so every hour, I wanted to sit down and be grateful about something. So I set an alarm on my phone and every single hour it went off. And when it went off with a certain song or that certain reminder that popped up on my phone, I was reminded of what it was that I wanted to do. And I sat down, just thought of a couple things of gratitude. And that really just lifted my heart and my mind. And it made me just happier and more joyful for the day. And I was able to go through the rest of the day with a lot more motivation and a lot more things to get going. So this kind of high performance tip and strategy comes from Brendan Burchard, and he can definitely explain habit triggers in more detail for you if you head over to his page. But I just love creating habit triggers and creating rituals in your life that are going to help you just achieve those goals. So another ritual or habit that you can do is, when I sit down in the morning, one of the things that I do is write out in my journal. I meditate. I have a certain practice of things that I go through. So I get up in the morning, I'm saying my gratitude right away before my feet hit the floor. I go downstairs and get my go-go juice and my pre-workout meal or whatever it might be. I sit down, I do my devotion, I check in with my team, I see how things are going. Every single morning, that's my ritual. That's how I start my day. And it helps me feel my absolute best. I get my workout in, and then I can start the rest of my day with whatever is going on. But these rituals can vary per person, but they have really helped me revitalize myself, refresh my mind, can help me be committed to the things that I'm working towards. And they can definitely help you put your motivation on autopilot so that when you get going, that it just automatically starts trickling into you. The third tip I have for you is good sleep and good self-care, right? Yes. As someone who is burnt out, exhausted, tired is not going to feel very motivated to get anything done. So you maybe experienced this before, and maybe you're in this fog right now. Mentally, you want to do something so badly, but physically, you just don't feel up for it. Often you lack those energy stems from a lack of sleep. Maybe you're getting up super early to get some things done, and maybe you're staying up way too late. Or maybe you have a young one at home that just doesn't understand what good sleep means anymore right now. But when we don't get sufficient sleep levels, our self-control and cognitive performance both get impaired. And when these things get bad, then motivation can take a major dip. So what I want you to do is make sure that you're getting your self-care in. Whether it definitely needs to be sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours. Maybe it's a good nap in the afternoon when you can squeeze it in if you're not able to get consistent sleep at night. But then also making sure that you're fueling your body well with whole foods, lots of water, and making sure that you're getting in some movement in the day. When I start my day with a good workout and I get my blood pumping and my heart rate up, it fuels me for the rest of the day. And then I'm more motivated to stick to my other self-care goals that are going to keep propelling me forward. And so when you can get good sleep, get good self-care, rest and well-fed, and all of the things, you're going to keep the motivation going and keep things rocking and rolling. Tip number 4 for you is to get inspired. Yes, I want you to get your spark back. I want you to plug into positive people. I want you to plug into positive content. I want you to watch maybe some motivational movies or listen to some good music or some podcasts, creating an amazing playlist that will help you just get yourself rocking and rolling, get your groove back, is definitely a positive thing that you can do in your life. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of music, a little bit of motivational talk, some podcasts that you can plug into, or some friends or family that you can plug in and just get that magical groove back. So if you're feeling stuck or low on motivation, take a break from the grind, pop in a good flick, push play on a great podcast, hit a playlist of something that's going to feel really good, and just get your groove back. I don't know about you, but I've used this a lot. And when I'm not feeling my best, I know exactly the voices that I need in my head or the people that I can go to really get my groove back, reminding me that I can do this and I can keep moving forward. And I do have the motivation and the desire and the things that I need to do to reach my goals. Sometimes it just takes that little jolt of inspiration to get your mojo back and to get yourself back in the groove. The last tip I have for you, number 5, is to find some accountability. One of the best ways to get past your resistance and your motivational slumps and you may face in life is to find an accountability partner or group. And this is where I absolutely love my team. Every single morning, they show up for their self-care. They're on working there. We have a Zoom line, a little virtual gym where we all hop on no matter what we're doing. I'm usually, I've got some super early birds that get up like 4 o'clock, 4:30 to get their workout in, 5 o'clock. So they're already working out when I get on the Zoom. I'm here doing my self-care morning with my devotion and my journaling and those kinds of things. And then I work out. Others join as we go and we do different things. But those accountability partners, those people that I can turn to, that I can make sure are checking in on me, just having that mechanism in place helps you push past those lower points when you don't feel like you can do it by yourself. Accountability partners are highly effective, which is why it's such a huge market for accountability coaches these days, like myself. And why you're really going to put yourself in a position of success when you connect to a team, when you connect to a coach, when you connect to somebody, a good friend or someone that you can partner up with. So as long as you can trust your accountability partners to work with you and not let you get off the hook, self-created accountability groups can be the best thing that you can do to keep you moving forward. And so that's what I have for you today. I want you to have goals, put some emotion behind them, and keep moving forward. I want you to create some triggers and some rituals in your life that are going to keep you moving and grooving. I want you to get really good sleep and self-care to keep your energy levels up and your motivation flowing. I want you to be inspired, find people, find videos, find podcasts, find inspirational, positive content to keep yourself going. And I want you to find an accountability partner or team. And if you are still looking for someone to, help you keep going, 1, keep plugging into this podcast, but 2, join us on our team. We are a group of women who are focused on faith, fitness, finances, and friendships. And we want you to be a part of this crew. Everyone is welcome. And if you're looking for somebody, a group of people to empower you and encourage you and support you, we are the place for you to be. All right. Just shoot me an email at choosetoriseup@gmail.com. Learn more about our team. Put team wanted in the subject line, and I'd be super happy to get connected with you and share with you everything that we're about. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this little shot in the arm of some motivation tips and strategies is going to help you make it through 2020 December going strong and move you into 2021 feeling empowered and encouraged and rising up out of your current situation to live your absolute best life. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you all back here again very soon.